Hi everybody, it's Marissa here with the weekly reading for the 18th of September 2017, and the deck of cards that I'm choosing to work with this week is called Guardian Angel Tarot Cards. This is by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine, and it is a deck of cards, tarot cards, that is a really good card for beginners. Firstly, because it has a lot of the meaning of each of the cards down below. And also it's a very gentle tarot, so it hasn't got any harsh meanings or interpretations, and the cards are very gentle. The pictures on the cards are very gentle as well. So it's a lovely card if you're quite sensitive, or if you're new to tarot, or if you're just wanting to have a sort of gentler type reading. So I've chosen 3 cards from the deck before I started, and I will just go through the cards and explain what each of them mean and bring through any other guidance that's wanting to come through in regards to the week ahead. So I hope you've all been travelling well. I've been up since about 4 o'clock this morning, so I'm a little bit tired, and I'm off to my job in Coolangatta. So I want to make this quick today. It won't be as long as it normally is, but I wanted to do it, and so it's up and ready for the end of the day. So the first card that came up is the 2 of Emotions, which is the 2 of Cups. So the theme lately, it feels like, has been around relationships, so this is continuation of that. And the 2 of Emotions is about a relationship growing closer, and I think I've said this, I feel like I've said this a few times over the last month, so it's coming up once again. So the 2 of Emotions, which is a traditional tarot 2 of Cups, is all about creating a close relationship with somebody that you already have a relationship with. It could be getting a deeper understanding of each other through talking to each other about what's going on. And it also feels like it's deepening, it's taking the relationship deeper again, and it's saying don't give up on the relationships that are quite challenging, because there is still hope, and it's very relevant for me at the moment. So if there's any question about a particular friendship or relationship, it's saying don't give up. There is a lot to learn from this situation. And that's what relationships are about. Basically, they show you who you are. They don't necessarily show you the person, although they do to an extent, but they show you where you're at within yourself. And they reflect aspects of you that that may be hidden, or you might have wounds around. They bring those up to the surface so you can look at them and contemplate them and ask yourself how you can heal them, basically. So something that I'm experiencing at the moment. So message for myself, really, and everybody else that's watching. Relationships are the focus at the start of the week. So that is the first card. The second card is the 6 of Emotions, and this is the 6 of Cups in traditional tarot. Again, it's about relationships, because the suit of Emotions and suit of Cups, which is the traditional meaning in tarot, is all about feelings, emotions, that part of your life that we tend to either like if it's positive, or don't like if it seems to be bringing up some negative stuff. But these 2 cards are quite positive, and they're basically saying someone from the past could be turning up. You could be rekindling an old relationship from the past. They're just going to show up this midweek. You might get a phone call or a text message, or an invitation to catch up with family and friends, and it will be a joyful time. Don't get caught up in the old ways that things used to be. This is the other message. Don't get caught up in hoping that it will be similar to what used to be like in the past. Acknowledge the fun that you had in the past, but don't get caught up that things have to be like that anymore. It's like life has a cycle, and we grow and change, and things move on. Remember times in the past, but don't get sometimes we think, oh, it was so good back then, but really when we look back, there was challenging times as well. Look at it more realistically. Don't get caught up in the, sort of like the nostalgic view of it. So memories from the past will be coming up midweek, old childhood memories, possibly childhood friends, people that you remember from the past might show up, and it's kind of like a really nice time to reconnect with these people. They will bring up things that you need to consider that you may have forgotten about. So it could be things that have happened that you've forgotten about that these people bring up for you, and there's a message that is coming up for you in regards to almost like remembering a part of yourself that you've forgotten, and a quality that has kind of has an impact on you that is maybe reflective of where you're going to next. Those qualities are coming up, resurfacing to take you into the next part of your journey, and these people might trigger those parts of you that go, oh yeah, I did used to be pretty outgoing. Oh yeah, I did used to be very cruisy back then. So remember those aspects of yourself. Try to bring them back to the present moment and try and integrate them into your life right now, because they're parts that were actually quite fun. They're parts of you that were quite joyful, and they're parts of you that are really needed in the situation that you're going through right now. So allow them to come up and be part of who you are, and if it's those people from the past that are helping you to remember those aspects that are who you are, allow those to come up and embrace them. And the third and final card that came up was review and contemplate. And this card is about reflecting, and maybe these people from the past will help you to see how far you've actually come, because you'll catch up with them and think, God, I've changed a lot, or wow, I have really moved forward. Like, I would have responded in this way, but I'm now seeing it from a different way now than I would have back when I was a child, or back when I was a teenager, or when you knew them back then. You'll see how far you've come in regards to yourself through reflecting on the people that have come up from your past, and you'll be starting to review and contemplate maybe your next step in your own life. And it's quite a defining moment. This card is about really defining kind of like where you've come from, taking it in, seeing how far you've come with that, and then utilizing the lessons and the inner knowing and the insights that you've gained through your life to take it into the next part. We aren't just our past. We're not just who we are. We take in all aspects of ourselves to become more whole, and sometimes we have to kind of like have a moment where we take in we've got to take in all of what's happened in our life and take stock. And it's almost like, this is what I've gone through. This is what I've learned. This is where I've been. This is what I'm going to take from that. These are the moments that have been uplifting, and I'm going to take those as well. These are the things that have been challenging, and I'm going to reassess and ask myself why they've been so challenging. And there is always a lesson in that. So take that in and use those skills, those life lessons, those parts of yourselves that you've developed in yourself to take into the next part of your journey, because it will be like the cornerstone of where you go next and what you have to offer. It's saying that you've accomplished a great deal in your life and now you have much to be proud of. Now it's time to decide what's next. As you get clear on your divine life purpose, don't be distracted by conventional thinking, and be the real you. So that's a really nice message going into the weekend. It's really good to listen to others, like I always say, but you have to redefine who you are by your own standards, your own values, and what you want from your life. So he's sitting on a boat, he's just thinking, and it looks like he's sort of deep in thought, and contemplating his life, really. And we don't give ourselves much time to do that in our day-to-day life because we're all so busy. But it's something that I feel is really important, and it allows you to take stock, not to get burnt out. A lot of the time we just don't stop and we get tired, we get run down, and pretty much burnt out sometimes. This card is a reminder that this is a part of life that we kind of tend to neglect. We're not taught to actually stop and reassess. We're not taught to stop and negotiate. We're not taught to stop and think about what's right for us, and this card is saying that that's important this week. So the 3 cards, again, is a close relationship going deeper. Don't give up on this relationship. Don't lose hope with this person. It might be challenging, but dig deep, look within, talk about things, know that this person has a deep connection with you. It might not look like it because these people are the ones that are brought into our lives to challenge our old ways of thinking, our old wounds, and they help us to see things and ourselves in a deeper way. If we can go beyond what seems difficult, it'll turn out quite well, and this relationship will be one of those memorable people in our lives where we can look back and say, wow, if you hadn't have come along, I really wouldn't have pushed myself in that area that I needed to, or I really wouldn't have believed in myself, or I really wouldn't have got through those fears that I had you not been there and brought them up for me. So hang on to this person, really important person at the start of the week. The second card, someone coming up from the past, that will trigger old memories of who you were, qualities within yourself that are quite important to bring through into your life now. Parts of yourself that you might have forgotten. Oh my God, yeah, I was so carefree back then. Oh my God, I was so fun. What's happened here? Where is that part? They will be coming back into your life to help you to remember to bring those parts of yourself in. And the final card at the end, probably once you've gone through all of those other aspects at the start of the week, you'll be thinking a lot about, where are we? Thinking a lot about those people, what they've triggered, what that means, and where you're going next. Have a moment to think about all those things. Do some meditation, go inward, ask questions, do some journal writing on what that means to you. It's really important that we start to look inwardly rather than constantly being on the go all the time, because we don't grow like that, and we don't understand the things that we're going through, and we can't sort of understand the challenging aspects as well as what's positive, because we just don't give ourselves time. So there are the 3 cards for the coming week. I hope you've enjoyed that. A lot to do with relationships and a lot to do with deep inner reflection by the end of the week. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you're interested, I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live at Earth Journey Healing. This week I will be sharing something with everybody. I'm not sure what that is yet, but I feel like it would be good to connect with everybody. And if you'd like to work with me, I'm going to be doing coaching sessions, intuitive coaching sessions for anyone that might be interested in going a little bit deeper into what they've been going through and getting some insight and some clarity. In my one-on-one coaching sessions, I do use oracle cards and the tarot cards just to help you get clarity and perspective. I don't use them as a prediction, but I use them as a way to understand what's going on at a deeper level and help you move through whatever that is, so that you can help you understand yourself and your relationships and whatever is happening in your life, so that you can be more of who you are and come back into balance so you can enjoy your life. So thank you all for watching, and until next week, bye for now.